Hello everyone, my name is Smithy and welcome to my guide on the brand new duo boss, Royal Titans. Now in this video we're going to be going through how to duo the boss. I will be doing a video on how to solo as well, but for this one we're going to be going through a duo fight. So, first of all, how do we get here? We're over in the Asgardia Ice Cave, which if you head over towards Mudskipper Point, you've got the AIQ Fairy Ring. You can teleport from the house portal in Rimington, Port Sarim, you've got a few teleports there, but I used the AIQ Fairy Ring and run up to the Ice Dungeon. As you can see here, you come on down, you drop down on this ladder, and you run through this tunnel over here. So, we're going to go through there, and then we're going to just run north-ish. You'll see what I mean. Never eat shredded wheat, northwest, and then it's this tunnel over here. My duo partner is here, and if you are doing a duo, you need to be friends on each other's friends list, and if you're the person starting the fight, you want to hit enter and then hit, allow people to join through friends list, so through this bit. And if you are someone who's joining, you would hit join, type in the person's name, and then enter. So, gear setup wise, I'm going to be the Fireman Sam, the complete flip side of the actual firefighter. I'm going to be using fire spells. Dram is going to be using water spells because we need to kind of help each other out, and it just also means that you don't have to bring both spells. One will be handling the fire that will come on the ground, and one will be handling the ice. One will be handling the fire minions, and the other will be handling the ice minions. You're going to need all three attack styles in this as well, so you're going to be using range when you first go in, then switch into melee. And the minions, you need to use mage on. I've actually found a use for the Dragon Hunter wand because you can auto-cast elemental stuff, and it actually has some bonuses on it. It works very well. Finally somewhere that it's actually useful. But if you haven't got that, don't worry, you can just use, elemental staves or whatever you've got. Yeah, some of these, like this gear is pretty overkill, especially the mage setup. But you'll see as we go through the fight what we're doing while we're using it. And yeah, for the main part, it's range and melee. And then you can just tank the minions. I do that on one of the phases. It's no real point doing it because they just die anyway. But we'll get into that in the fight. So I'm going to see if Dram's ready. If he is, let's get going. All right, so when you're both ready, pot up. I'm using my saturated heart and just a combat pot. And then you want to turn on protect from melee. You're attacking range because we're using range first, and then we want to enter the tunnel. So I'm going to be on ice duties, so I'm attacking the Ice King. You'll notice that they walk away from you straight away, so you want to be using range when we first go into the room, and you see that you get these fire and ice lines. So if you're the person who's looking after ice, you want to be using fire spells to melt those icicles. And if you're the person in charge of fire, you're going to be using water spells on the fire lines. So now you can see they've come in close. We switched over to melee, and then we're going to switch back to range as he steps away. I need to start melting up some of these lines so my partner can move. He knows I'm slow, so he's brought some fire spells with him. The minions you don't really need to worry about, to be perfectly honest. They don't do that much damage. And then we're getting in close because he's walking up to the line. And this would just be the flip side. It's a completely same fight for the fire side as it is the ice side. So it's when he comes close, we're using melee. I do find the Blood Moon set works very well, especially with the spec that you can use for that extra damage. And then when they get to around 30%, they do both of them will come at the same time, even if one is more damaged than the other. When you see this little swirly thing, you need to DD, and you can use range while they're doing this kind of fire and ice dance thing. And then we're using melee when we get right back on them, like so. And they use 3 attacks when they're doing that DD bit. So we'll DD, I switch to range, keep attacking. They do 1, 2, 3, and then you can get back in here with melee. I've already killed mine, so if your friend has not finished theirs, you can go and help them out, or you just wait it out. And then to loot, you can either loot from either or, but I normally do it from the one that I've been fighting. And a whole palm tree seed and 3 water battle stars. What we'll do is we'll do another one from killing one, because it kicks off. So yeah, I'll see you when we get into that fight. So they've respawned. Let's get our prayers on. Walking away, so we're using range. and let them do their thing. You will notice that some of the fire and ice lines do land on top of each other, which means they just cancel each other out, which is quite nice. You've not got to worry then. And I've just got auto-casted fire spells on my Dragon Hunter wand. But you could use, fire staff or whatever the hell you want. To be honest, I think they always hit on the lines. But anyway, he's now stepped away, so we need to use ice. Dram's taken out the fire line, so I can move along, and we can keep attacking. So they're now coming in close, and the protect from melee is mainly for the minions, but also this kind of stomp attack that they do. You don't take any damage if you're playing melee, which is quite nice. So you just camp melee the whole time. There's no real other mechanics to it, by the looks of things. I probably should take that out for Dram so we can move along. There we go, and the Ice King should now move away, and then we start ranging again. So pretty reclined, and we've kind of agreed between us, don't bother with the minions. They don't really do enough damage to warrant us breaking DPS. So yeah, that's why we're not attacking them. And I would recommend the same, because the minions don't actually do much damage in duos. You're more focused on getting DPS down and getting the bosses to 30%. And then they should jump over. There we go. Watch out. You don't want to be standing on that when they do spawn. And keep on attacking. You see the DD has come in. So let's walk on there. Switch to range. Start attacking. 2, 3. There we go. Switch back to melee. Attack. Boom, boom, boom. Let's throw a spec at it. Why not? Why not? There we go. That was that on down. You can see that the fire one still needs some work, so I'm going to go and help out. So use melee, wait until the DD comes in. And we killed it before the DD's even there. There we go. But yeah, it's a really simple fight on duos. On, okay, 2 Renarseeds, very nice. On duos, it is a little bit more chaotic. Sorry, on solos, it is a little bit more chaotic, but I will be doing a video on that. So if that is of interest, keep an eye on the channel. And yeah, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing, drop a like, and let me know how you're getting on so far with the new bosses. Bye!